What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and welcome to another exciting episode of EmGo Build Stuff, the series where I teach competitive snapping. Okay, I still need practice. But moving along, we are continuing with our Lupinranger versus Patranger Judo figures with number 5, Patren. And of course, obligatory product shots on the back, things and stuff and things and stuff and things, and Son Pac-Man! Alrighty, so let's get down to it! Because ain't nothing to it but to do it. So let's get right down to it. Open up the box. Open up the box. Open box. You open. You open. Alright. Okay. We have our instructions. Candy, you. And open it up. Get out. Get out. Take out these stickers. And let us get down to the stickering of the figure. Is that a good angle? That's not a good angle. That's a better angle. There we go. Alrighty. So here we have Patranger. All unstickered, looking very plain, looking very sad. Even though he's a man who's deeply in love, he just looks sad here. Very, very sad here. But we're gonna make him happy. I will make him happy again. Happy, happy, doy, doy, happy, happy, doy, doy. I'm sorry. Alright, so I'll start with the shoulder pads. So we have 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Yes, 3 and 4. Raise up a little bit here. Okay. So let's get down to some stickering. Woo! Here we are. We're right here. Actually, let me start here. Work my way around. That's the smartest course of action, although I will probably still somehow mess it up. And I did. Okay, I didn't actually. Okay, that worked out. That worked out. Wonderful! Yes, wonderful. Woo! Alrighty. Okay. 1 shoulder pad. 2 shoulder pads. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Alrighty. There we have it. And just so there's no confusion, this one's the guy. This one's a guy. And no, I don't count the gender swapping episode. I don't count that. I don't count the gender swapping episode. That doesn't count. No, he's a dude. He's a dude. He's a dude. Don't come at me with your technicalities. He's a dude. All right. Although they did already do the obligatory body swapping episode. I don't know if they've ever done a gender swapping episode before, but it seems like every Sentai series they do the what I now call the obligatory body swapping episode. And Lupin vs. Pat has already done that episode where Lupin Blue swapped bodies with the Gangler. So they've already done the body swapping episode. They got that out of the way pretty quick. But yeah, it seems like every season there's the obligatory body swapping episode. It's just kind of their go-to storyline for an episode, if they need it. Not a bad thing, just something they do, seems like, every season. I mean, it always makes for some good comedy. Okay, for these stickers, I do have to rip your arm off, dude. I'm sorry. Just makes life easier to do it this way. Alrighty. Getting on these shoulder stickers. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Okay, cool. 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 One. Oops. No, you stay on. You stay on. There you go. I gotta rip off your other arm. Sorry, man. Nothing personal. It's just business. Just business. Sometimes you can't make an omelet without ripping off some arms. think I made that joke in the last video. Oh well. Like I'm a stranger to reusing jokes. I mean, come on now. Come on now. I've been making pizza, bagel, and burrito jokes for like what, 8 years or so? Yeah, it's nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new for me. I will reuse jokes until I'm tired of them. I don't care if you're tired of them. I'll use them until I'm tired of them. And if I'm not, I'll keep using them. There we go. Got the arms on. So you sit right there. Alright, next up we have the top of the forearms, which is 6 and 6. Where are those? Right there. Alrighty. And speaking of storylines in Sentai series, one thing I've always wondered is why don't they ever try to do any kind of romantic angle? They never really imply, you know. I mean, at least with Lupin versus Pat, like he's clearly in love with Lupin Yellow. Like he's obviously very smitten with her. You know, asked her out on a date and everything. Actually went on a date with her, and then it got interrupted by Gangler. But I actually hope something comes of that. Like, I actually hope they kind of follow through with it. Like, you know, I don't need some long, drawn-out, you know, mushy, romantic angle, but just, you know, just a little something. Just, you know, a little something. Because that's something they always seem to shy away from. And I know at the end of the day, this is a kid's show, and they probably don't want to, you know, they're like, kids don't want to see, you know, romance and all that stuff. Like, they don't want to see that mushy stuff. Ew. I understand that, but still. It just would be nice if there was just a smidge of some kind of, you know, romantic angle. I don't think it would be a bad thing necessarily. I don't know what you would think about it, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. And like I said, like if they actually followed through with you know, Patranger here and Lupin Yellow, you know, I think that would be cool. Even if it's just, like I said, it doesn't have to be anything like overly elaborate or nothing. Just, you know, at some point they're just like, hey, I like you too. And they, you know, hold hands, walk off into the sunset, you know, live happily ever after and all that jazz. You know, that's pretty much all you need to do. You don't have to make it some dramatic thing if you don't want to. I don't know. That's just me. I remember they did do that in Kyryuger. There was... It was actually kind of a romance angle that literally came out of nowhere between Red and Pink. I actually forget their names. It's been a while since I watched Kyryuger, so I've forgotten their names. But yeah, it was a little, as I bumped the camera, sorry. There was like a romance angle between Red and Pink that just came out of nowhere in Kyryuger, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, they like each other? There was nothing at all that suggested that until now, but okay. But at least they did something, you know, they tried. Let's see, 8, 9, right here. So, you know, that could have been done better with at least them kind of letting on that they liked each other in some way before that. Because, like I said, that just seemed to just come out of nowhere. It was like the next to the last episode or something like that where that happened. And I'm like, okay, so they like each other? When did this happen? All right. So, you know, put a little more thought into it than that, you know. Just a little more thought into it than that. Again, nothing elaborate, but just put a little more thought than that into it. You know, like with you know, Patranger here in Lupin Yellow, like, you know, like the seeds have been planted that obviously, you know, he likes her, and you know, maybe at some point, like she doesn't seem that smitten with him, like she doesn't seem like she particularly likes him. But, you know, maybe at some point she'll come around and be like, maybe he's not such a bad guy after all. Sure, he's my rival and everything, but, you know, come on. Opposites attract, you know? Opposites attract sometimes. Like Paula Abdul said, opposites attract. That is really dating myself right there. You don't know about that song? You might be better off. I don't know. Anywho. We're having fun. Are we having fun? I'm having fun. This is fun. But yeah, I'm not sure if any other Sentai series, not that I remember anyway. I don't remember if any other Sentai series had any kind of like romance angle of any kind. Like Kyoryuger is the only one that you know pops into my head, and like I said, that just seemed to come out of nowhere. Like there was, for me anyway, it didn't seem like there was anything leading up to that. It was just out of nowhere. It was out of the blue. Kind of confused me. All right, we got his boots done. All right, what is next? Okay, we don't have much left. This is badge. Put his badge on. Come on. There we go. Had to get the positioning of the tweezers right. Go. Right there. On your massively muscled pec. Okay. He has huge pectoral muscles. Alrighty. So, last but not least, we're doing the helmets. So first, the mouth plate. Just get that on there. Boop. Kind of look like a mustache there for a second. Anyway. There we go. Go there. Alright. Home stretch. Home stretch. We're there. We are there. Last one. Little police cap. Get this peeled off without tearing the sticker. And we just plop this right on. And yes, I'm well aware that, you know, you could take these and paint them up and make them look amazing. Make them look way better than these stickers look, but I can't paint to save my life, so I stick with the stickers. No pun intended. This pun wasn't intended anyway. This particular one was not intended. All the other ones solely intended, but this one, no. This one's not intended. This pun is not intended. But yeah, I stick with the stickers because I can't paint. I'm not good at painting, so I don't try to paint my figures. Because I know I would make it look worse, not better. So, you know. I work with what I have, and I'm grateful for what I have. It's okay. But, yeah, that is it. We're done with the stickers. Done with the instructions. And we are done here. So there we have Patren Nigo. And like I said in all these videos, you know, they're nice little figures for what they are. I mean, they're nothing like, you know, super spectacular or anything, but, you know, they do the job. If you just want a little, some little action figures of a Sentai team on your shelf, it's pretty much the only way to do it, unless you buy the big vinyl ones, which I don't personally like. So, you know, for me, this is the route I'm going. But as usual, the head, again, move up and down. Again, rotates. Arms are on a ball joint. They can rotate, go in and out. Bicep, 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. Wrist, nothing at the waist. Legs, forward, back, out. Thigh, knee, and feet up, down, tiltage, rotationage, all that good stuffage. So, yeah. So let's get him standing. You stand. You stand. You stand, you love-struck boy. Alrighty. Let's bring in Patren Ichigo. See how they look together. You stand, man. You stand. And we'll bring in his girlfriend. Look, it's your girlfriend. Anyway. And Lupin Blue. And Lupin Red. There you go. We're almost done. We're almost done with the teams here. Now, I picked these up from CS Toys, but of course there are many other sites you can go to for stuff like this if you're interested, such as Hobby Link Japan, Ami Ami, Hobby Search, Mandarake. Of course, there's always eBay and Amazon, but do be wary of their pricing. You can also check out BigBadToyStore.com for some Super Sentai toys. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below so you can check that out. You can also check out my Lupinranger versus Patranger playlist and EmGo Build Stuff playlist for any videos you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGames, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Lupinranger versus Patranger, Yudo, Patren, Nigo. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud. Home in your face.